guys, and welcome to another episode of Dave Reviews. So today, going to be going over My Hero Academia, chapter 299, and I just want to say off top, last chapter, shit was a lot more peaceful than I would have liked it. I mean, villains, like prime time, major villains have escaped several prisons, and a multitude of the heroes are unable to do anything. All Might's done, he been done. Endeavor, he's your number one. Pretty much your number one and your backup number one just got fucked. And your number two. Nah, and your number three? Nah, your ranks are diminished. I don't know what you do. But this chapter, I would like to see some of the results of these villains being unleashed, because these motherfuckers, like the news, was more concerned with Endeavor. For what? I mean, I get it, but what does that matter if you're dead? You should be like, we need to get this motherfucker back on the streets and fighting crime. Yes, he sucks, but if he can save a motherfucker, then let him save a motherfucker. He's strong, you can't deny it. He ain't too strong right now after that we got done with. Oh man. So I think the TV says, I only saw heroes on TV, so they were pure fantasy to me. No more real than anime. Anime can be real in its own way. It says, Keigo, you snuck into town and thought you'd get away with it, didn't you? Why, you little... What'd you do there, huh? Did you sell me out? To who? You can't fool me. Oh, so this is Hawks. Okay. As a child, says, my feathers were all tingly. I thought maybe something was happening in town, but the tingling stopped. So I turned around and came home. Nobody saw me. Don't you dare lie to me. Don't go talking to anyone. Don't leave this house. Don't do a damn thing, in fact. Dear, the TV won't work. Huh? Like I give a crap. Hey, don't leave, okay? Then find my next job for me. Oh, hell. Years ago, my dad killed someone over pocket change. Mom harbored him when he was on the law, and that's how I was born. Okay, my hero. Damn. Says, move it. Kicks him. How many times have I told you? Don't turn your back on me. Says, I'm sorry. Hawk's just uncaring. Says, relying on Tommy's quirk was a mistake. Worse than that, she got herself knocked up. If only that little punk never been born. Then I'd still be as free as a bird. Hey, don't leave, okay? Who's she talking to? Is she talking to the Hawks or him? I knew my parents were broken inside. So I sat there and endured, hoping to avoid their fate. He was arrested, says his mom. Huh? What now, Keigo? He stole a car, left, and got caught. Fantasy became reality. And he has a fucking Endeavor toy in his hand. Heroes... Says, wait a minute. What now, Keigo? He stole a car, left, and got caught. By Endeavor. Oh, he got caught by Endeavor. Oh, that's what. See? Even though he's fucked up. He's a fucked up dad. Yes, he did some fucked up shit, and he should pay for that stuff. And Dobby's gonna make sure he does. And it should be by Dobby's head that vengeance is dished out. But in that meantime, he was still saving people and trying to make amends. And like, even by catching like Hawks' dad, he's like, oh my God, somebody thank you. Like, cause for Shigaraki, it just so happened to be all for one who saved him. If it was anybody, if it was an old lady, he probably would have just did whatever he could for her. I mean, that's what happens though. You save somebody's life. You help somebody when they're in need. And this child Hawks, who had a shitty childhood from what I'm seeing, this motherfucker Endeavor was his hero. Even as shitty as a father he was. But he's still a hero. Two different things. Being a hero and a parent. Like even with Shigaraki's grandma. Same thing. Cause she was actually like a good hero. But like she still left her family. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a little bit of give and take on both ends. Says heroes were suddenly real to me. Says gotta run away, says his mom. When the shock wore off, Mom got scared that she'd be charged for harboring a fugitive. That's smart. So we left the house that very day. But my mother didn't have the wherewithal to survive in society. Says, let's go to the police. I tried to go about things the right way. Fine, whatever it takes to get some money, says his mom. You're your father's son, aren't you? Why were you even born? What the fuck is going on? Says, why do you even have those wings? Bruh. Says, we will provide comprehensive support for you and your family. Agents just came to him. That's the only reason he got saved. Because some motherfuckers wanted to use him. I mean, to save people and for some espionage. And now I understand Hawks. It's like, you can ask me to do whatever. It doesn't matter, really. Because the situation that me and my mom was in was fucked up. Well, I didn't see no way out. And if this was the way out, then so be it. Boy. Says, my entire family. Does it look like there's anyone else, says his mom? As part of that support, we will erase any connection to the name Takami and allow you to start over. And Hawks, in a car, bandaged up with some shit over his mouth. Is he arrested or is that motherfucker just... Oh, no, he's bandaged up. Just says, Hawks, just sleeping good, says Best Genus. I feared you'd pass on. So did I. This car dope as fuck though. Over here being a Night Rider. What's going on? Says we'll arrive shortly. Says, sorry, I get to snooze while you don't. Indeed, without the medical achievements of Central Hospital, you'd still be hovering between this world and the next. I'm going to need more information on Central Hospital. Because it seems to me that Central Hospital was just some fucking, like, I don't know, ass pour that came out of nowhere. Because they're medical fucking facilities and, nigga, as long as you got 1% health, we can bring your ass back from the brink of death. Because that's what they did for everybody. I mean, everybody? I can understand dropping one. But everybody got through these vital injuries and life-threatening injuries. I need more answers because Central Hospital been a little bit too prominent, but not really spoken on as far as, nigga, what kind of medical treatment do y'all have? Says, for instance, the procedure to induce a death-like state inspired by the Nomu, which I wasn't all too keen to receive. Even now my body is like worn, distressed denim. Damn. Says, so he was fighting with a damn near handicap? Says, sorry about that. I suggested it since I knew a cheaper trick wouldn't fool them, especially with the guy responsible for Nomu lurking behind the scenes. But it was a success. And I delivered your supposedly dead body to Dabi. He went as far as having your corpse identified. But since you were really you passed the test, and he bought the story. Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I understand that plan. I do. But you were taking a high-risk gamble. Because if Dabi decided to burn him, just to be doubly sure, on some double tap, oh, this Best Genus, check him out. All right, I mean, I am cremation. Flame them up. I'm the last step, nigga. Ashes. I mean, what makes you think that he wouldn't have done that? Just cause. You put a lot of faith in the fact that Dobby was a rational thinker. When we know that motherfucker is irrational, well, not irrational, but that nigga's crazy. So, he do it. He fucking do it. He fucking do it. Then he suggested we hang on to your body until it was the perfect time, which led to your preservation at one of the facilities they control from the shadows. Ah, damn, you overplayed your hand, Dobby. Overplayed your hand. You overplayed your hand because, oh, Dobby, you played yourself. Because if you just would have fucked him up and maybe just kept his head. That's all you need. Just keep his head. Everything else can go. Says, as it happened, I secretly revived you at the perfect time for us. Says, brace yourself. And why are you driving like that, bro? Out here driving this shit like it's a Batmobile. Says, what's wrong? Nothing much. Just some loose threads that need mending. And he's just driving. What? Villains in the street just having a fucking parade. Says, revolution time. Starting today, the Glutton God gang rules downtown. Says, fiber on. What? And no more scarfing Glutton God gang. And this motherfucker just ties him up while he's in the car. And he just, so he's got a Batmobile. And he out here styling here, says, yeah. Says, thanks for saving me. Yeah, I know. Says, apologies, my poor health necessitated the bombastic capture method. Where are the police and your local heroes? They ain't coming. Says the cops have got their hands full with the escaped prisoners. And all the criticism lobbed at heroes made them close up and shop and skip town. I just want to ask a question. Do the police officers have abilities? Or is there, so like, you got police officers and you got heroes. Can a hero or somebody who has abilities be a police officer? Or if there's somebody who is a police officer, if they have a quirk, can they use their quirk? Or do they need to be heroes to use their quirk? Or whatever. Because when they tell me that police are going to go stop villains, and these are strong as shit villains out there, or just villains with abilities, I need to know what your capture method is to neutralize them, when normally a hero would be the one to take them on and not the police. They're just there to set a barricade and clean up the rubble and wreckage, honestly. And maybe do some detective work and cooperate with the heroes. But no, like, they should not be holding on is my point. Like, they're going out there. No, they shouldn't. There shouldn't be any of that. It should be way worse than what it is. Says, and all the criticism lobbed at heroes made them close up shop and skip town. Well, damn. Some of them just left. All right, GG. Who needs heroes anyway? What is this? Oh, your motherfucking arm. Says, I shall have to assign some sidekicks to this neighborhood. Here too. What? So these teenagers, or these sidekicks? I don't know who these individuals are. Which is it? The big one in the back. Before I recover and show my face in public again, there's something I need to confirm. Says, Mom? Hawks' mom is still alive? She just out here living a ballin' life in this big ass residence. Has she fled? There's a note says, Dear Kaiga, I am sorry. Some horrible man barged into the house and threatened me about our family.
so I had to tell them about you and your father. I'm really sorry. I don't want to cause you any more trouble, so I'm leaving. Please be well. I'm so very proud of you.
Damn. Says, so Dabi sent some thugs who somehow followed the trail this far. Dabi. Dabi just... DTA, don't trust anybody. He's out here doing detective work. Says, listen, little Kago. As of today, you have to say goodbye to your name. I figure the leak must have come from Mom. Says, how painful. Like a pair of too tight-skinned jeans. Says, no. Erasing the Takami name already severed any ties between us. And I was fine with that. Not saving her and turning my back on her. Me, a guy who wants to help people. All this just became back to me. It's actually a relief. The safety commission is effectively shut down for now, so there's no one around to issue orders. Yeah, he's free. I was like, damn, son. Because this whole time, his life has not been his. He says, I'm free of my shackles. Says, your father doesn't need to know about this. I wouldn't stop whining about getting out of the house, so she did it to shut me up.
This one's fine, right? The All Might dolls cost too much.
Damn, that motherfucker was in the cell bin.
Said, let's hope you grow up as strong as this guy.
Wow.
Says, but that simple act. Genus, when a person's backed into a corner, or when they're truly free, that's when they show their true nature. That's why I think that Bubagawara was a decent guy who was just desperate to be helpful.
I know. And yet, he still killed him.
He says, and I feel the same way. Why do you even have those wings?
Remember, and so when he had stepped out to go, damn. When he had stepped out, like, out of the house and he had felt like some vibrations with his wings, like, this motherfucker went and saved the fuck out of a bunch of people. And then he was happy about saying he wanted to be a fucking hero. He wanted to be a good hero. And y'all made him into a vigilante or some shit, just an assassin. You just made him into an assassin. You made him just have to sacrifice his morals because he didn't have any other way. No other choices were his. Motherfuckers had him in a bird cage on some edgy shit, you rat bastards. But now he's free. He's free to make his own choices and live and be the man that he wants to be. And he understands both sides. Probably better than most other heroes. Because he lived in those worlds and he saw that Twice was a good man. He just wanted to be helpful. And so does Hawks. He just wants to be helpful to people. And he doesn't feel like he's the best man, but he feels like he can be a good man. Good enough. Much like fucking Endeavor. Fucking crazy. I mean, not saying he's a good dad, but as far as being a person who can be a hero to someone. To someone. So it says, even if what Dabi says about the Todoroki family is true, I know things are different now. See? Yeah, he's telling you. Best Genius says, well, what's your move? There's a lot for me to clean up. Starting with my origin, so to speak. Endeavor's in trouble. Somebody gotta save him. I don't know how you gonna save him, but I'm sure he's got connections. But at the same time, how has society not collapsed? How? I need answers. You giving me bum villains, fodder on the street. Where the real ones at? Cause they ain't sleeping. They're not. They're bloodthirsty. Like, come on, Stain was in there. When is he gonna leave his mark? Huh? When is he gonna leave his mark on the world again? You know he's gonna go back to doing some hero and or villain hunting. I will not be deterred. I'm free now. Thus, I will stain these grounds with blood. For those who think that they are truly heroes, but they are false. False heroes, I will show them true justice. Where is he? 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 Hey, but that's it at the chapter, guys. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And check out some of the other content on the channel. But past that, guys, catch you on the next one. Peace.